There are few greater viewing pleasures in the world of sport than a rivalry game. Tension even higher for the long-awaited rubber match. New York took round one. New England victorious in round two, and now all to play for between these two historic clubs as the playoff picture looms large in MLS Next Pro. From MSU Soccer Park in the Garden State, for MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball, I'm Philip Galati. What a treat it is to join you this Sunday evening. The defending champions in a bit of a slump in recent weeks, blanked last time out on home soil to current Eastern Conference leaders Crown Legacy 3-0. So they've called in some reinforcements as we take a look at the starting lineup for head coach Dominic Voller tonight. Tobias Shizovchik, the New Jersey native, gets the start in between the posts. Aymar Sanchez will be holding it down in the back three. Keep an eye on Devin Cadigan as well. He usually will play a little higher up in midfield, so a different position for him tonight. Omar Valencia has been called in for his fourth appearance of the season on the left wing. On the right, Sean Badinger, the super sub who has provided a couple of great goal contributions off the bench, gets his nod to the first 11. And then up top, a deadly front three of Andy Rojas through the middle, Benny Rodriguez on the right, and top goal scorer for Red Bull New York 2 on the left in Dennis Nelic, who had a hat trick here just a few weeks ago. As for New England Revolution 2 and their first 11 for head coach Pablo Moreira, a couple changes as well, starting at the back with Donovan Parisian. University of San Diego alum gets his 8th start of the campaign. Makai Wells back into the lineup at left back. New England have been having some interesting solutions on the back line with a couple of players trying out some new positions. Gabe Darlene will slot out to the right. Joe Buck will drop a little bit deeper from midfield. On the left wing, Carlos Zambrano scored his 4th of the season last time out. Cristiano Oliveira on the right. Judah Sequeira back into the heart of midfield next to Logan Azar, fresh from the MLS Next All-Star game. And up top, the two-striker pairing of Miles Morgan leading the way with 6 goals, make that 7 so far this season. And Matthew Jean-Baptiste, who has been on a stardom trajectory as of late, finding his form, the 16-year-old, in recent weeks, has been a big part of the Revolution's recent success. So just about time to get things underway. It's a lovely day for it. New York on the left side of your screen in the black with red trim. New England Revolution 2 on the right side in the white. Braden Frey is tonight's center referee. And in a rivalry game, the officials always have the work cut out for them. Discipline has been a big talking point this weekend in MLS Next Pro. A couple of red cards last night, 2 in the New York-Philadelphia game, 1 in the Huntsville Crown Legacy game as well. Houston Dynamo Dos had a red card in their game, and their loss to Sporting Kansas City 2 on Friday night. So we'll see if cooler heads can prevail today. Some big personnel changes for both starting 11s. That playoff picture is starting to take shape. New York enter the evening in 8th. The top 8 teams make the playoff picture. New England currently in 4th, could jump level with Columbus at 3rd with a big gap from that playoff line with all 3 points today. Last time out here at MSU Soccer Park for New York against current Eastern Conference leaders Crown Legacy was a bit of a slow start. Crown Legacy were able to force some mistakes and get 3 quick goals on the counter as Omar Valencia has a speculative effort, his 4th appearance of the season. Particularly that holding midfield position was a point of ire for New York. A couple of quick giveaways building out from the back, leading to numbers on chances as Matthew Jean-Baptiste is offside. Nate Worth has been called in to that number 6 position. And already that same position seeing some trouble for New England. New York heavy on the press as always, that Red Bull philosophy of the constant pressure, the quick passing, as Oliveira goes on a marauding run to break the lines. Has Zambrano to his left, eyeing up the cross, and it was arcing toward goal in the end. Jean-Baptiste waiting at the back post. Carlos Zambrano with 5 goals on the season. Miami, Florida native, played his college ball with the Orange at Syracuse University. Forced a great goal against Cincinnati last week, pressuring that number 6 position and leading to a turnover. But the game would end 2-2, and speaking to head coach Pablo Moreira earlier this week, he said, well, we played a good game, but we gave them the goals. Now we have to understand how we react from that. When 1 point could have and maybe should have been 3. Can we play with a level of desperation without being desperate? Those were his words. As for what's on the line tonight, the defending champions on home soil, nothing to scoff at, he said. You don't take anyone lightly. This is a big one. Looking for those moments to show what they've learned from that last performance. Benedetti directing traffic. Dropping it a little bit deeper, essentially. Opening space for Badinger. And New England settling into a bit of a back 5 now. They've tried this out a couple times this year, but mostly been a back 4, and now a very promising opportunity from the free kick for the hosts. Could be an early test here for Donovan Parisian, WCC Goalkeeper of the Year, for being selected in the first round of last year's MLS Super Draft. Nate Worth having a conversation with New and Benedetti. Last year's MLS Next Pro Best 11 selection. It's certainly shooting distance, but it might take something special. Worth instead eyes up the cross. Benedetti open for the header back across. Instead, body's in the way. Morgan just a half step late to it. And now Worth can explore the space. Cheers from the home faithful for the whistle, and they do get it. Worth already acting as the pendulum in this match. Just 5 minutes gone. And Coach Dominic Vollert telling us there's a reason we as a staff decided to give him the captain's armband. Not just his experience, but someone who leads by his actions. New Jersey native assisted in the MLS Next Pro Cup final and scored the first PK in the shootout as well. Driven in, Parisian with a confident punch away. Benedetti, nowhere to turn. Morgan onto it. New England can't keep it for very long. New York, one of the best teams in the league at breaking down that first line of pressure, but on the converse of that same coin, so good at shutting down teams. And they try to break New York's first line down. If Red Bull can continue to win that second ball high up the pitch with numbers forward, it will create a lot of problems. Right on cue, they do it again. Badinger dispossessed for a moment. Can Zambrano keep it now? Does enough to draw the foul. The referee has brought it back, seeing no advantage. Carlos Zambrano, a player who always plays with some fire. It is never much of a guessing game to figure out his emotions. For head coach Pablo Moreira, biggest area of growth for him has been ball retention. Something he's gotten better at as the years gone on. Nearly materializing there for Jean-Baptiste. He'll need Zambrano's ball retention. Especially today against such a well-regulated New York midfield. Clever idea on the chest pass down for Benedetti. Still looking for the switch, and it was blocked valiantly by Zambrano, and the referee will have to stop it just to make sure he's okay. The referee has called the trainer on. So by rule, Zambrano will have to come off. Only for a moment. Clear concussion protocol, make sure he's okay. Five goals and 3 assists in 2 seasons with Syracuse before inking his pro contract. Before that, had a 50-point career at Daytona State. Cadigan. Devin Cadigan on paper was dropping back a little bit deeper, but seems to be stepping up a little higher in actuality, especially with Nate Worth backing him up in the center of the park. Nelic wants it. Instead, some real tussling going on in the far side. Work back out to Cadigan. And Rojas. Now maybe a chance for the break. 2 challenges made, and Morgan was flirting with the offside line. The whistle stops the attack anyhow. New England have done their homework, putting Miles Morgan out wide like that. Knowing New York is only going to have 1 or 2 defenders back, seeing if he can just about time his run. And then use that explosive acceleration and that breakaway speed to create some space. Trip called against Jean-Baptiste once again. Matthew Jean-Baptiste making his 5th start of the season. Just a few months ago was playing with the academy. Scored an all-important winner at the MLS Next Fest against Club America. In recent weeks has become a real mainstay of this first 11. Still just 16 years of age. Had a chance to watch New England train. A few weeks ago, and the amount of time he had on the ball was second to none in terms of players fizzing passes into his feet with his back to goal, battling against taller, older opposition. Preparing him for this level. And head coach Pablo Moreira says he hasn't skipped a beat. Right there on the pace with everyone. Here's Rodriguez. Still going. Nearly fell back to him. And Sanchez with a nice interception. Great first touch to bring that down. Rodriguez again. Benedetti. This is good ball movement from New York. It might open up for the shot. Instead of body in the way. And now a chance maybe for New England to find their shape. Keeping the two strikers forward, just getting rid of it as soon as the ball comes their way. Judah Sequeira directing the throw-in. Was an unused sub for the first team last week against Atlanta United. And that might be a costly trip, and it is. It will be the first yellow card of the game. Joe Buck caught out of position. Former Revolution Academy captain got caught under his foot and may have needed to make that foul because New York were ready to pounce, especially with Benny Rodriguez at the top of the box. Fourth start of the season for Joe Buck. And now the first name in the pocketbook inside a quarter of an hour. Worth and Benedetti standing over it. It will be the former to strike, and it's into the wall. Falls right back to the captain. The second ball fizzed in, and Parisian all over it. Now a player down for Revolution 2. The trainer will be motioned back on as Judah Sequeira receives some instruction from the technical area. It's a much brighter start to this match for New York than last time out against Crown Legacy. You can see the encouragement, the body language from the Red Bull players. They know at this rate they are knocking on the door. The wind picking up a little bit as well at MSU Soccer Park, and that may discourage those long passes that switch the point of attack. New York won't mind. So good at keeping the ball on the floor and keeping it moving. Looks like it's Gabe Darlene who will come off for a little bit. Swede missed the first two matches of the year due to injury, has been a consistent starter ever since. Was second on the team last year in minutes. Originally from Sweden, Gabe Darlene, but played his college ball not too far from here in New Jersey with Monmouth. Clever idea Now Oliveira. Second defender coming across to help. Oliveira gets to the byline and gets the cross away. Morgan rises up for it. Second ball knocked away for now. Here's Azar. And Shannon. First chance we get to see Revolution 2 really set up shop. As right on cue, the announcer's jinx strikes Carlos Zambrano. Really good ball movement again from New York. Quick feet, quick passing. Just one errant touch breaks down the move. There's a late challenge, and Nate Worth will get a yellow card. Looks like the counter may have been on there.
The referee has issued a yellow card to Red Bull New York 2, number 80, Nate Worth.
I'm not sure he can have many complaints there. Miles Morgan was ready to race in the other direction. Zambrano, oh, that's a great idea. Oliveira's gonna get there. Open in front, and it's in! The meteoric rise of Matthew Jean-Baptiste continues. New England steal the lead against the run of play inside 20 minutes. It's a lovely set-piece goal. Excellent cross, and just needed a right boot to stick out at it. Guided into the far post. And Revolution 2 strike first on the road.
New England Revolution 2 goals, scored in the 19th minute, scored by number 71, Matthew Jean-Baptiste. On the assist from number 35.
He was playing with the U16s just a few weeks ago. In the fold as a consistent starter now with the second team.
Red Bull New York 2-0.
Volley in the way, and then a late challenge as well. And it looks like a card has come out to add insult to injury for Dennis Nelich.
And the referee has issued a yellow card to Red Bull New York, number 92, Dennis Nelich. The yellow card on Nelich in the 21st minute.
Third goal of the season for Matthew Jean-Baptiste. New York looked to get the near immediate equalizer. And a bouncing ball, just a late leg out to it. We talked about discipline at the start of this match. And already, halfway through the first 45, there's been 3 yellow cards. Joe Buck, the player, down, the lone player on a booking for New England. As now Dennis Nilic joins Nate Worth in the pocketbook. No substitutes used yet for either side, but looks like Joe Buck will have to come out for a little bit. Philip Galati with you from MSU Soccer Park for MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. Thanks again for joining us. 22 minutes and change gone thus far in the third and final meeting of the regular season between New England and New York. One win apiece in the rivalry this season. Matthew Jean-Baptiste, the first and so far lone name on the score sheet in the 19th minute. And it looks like head coach Pablo Moreira's hand may have been forced here into that early change. It is Irene Prajapati, Holliston, Massachusetts native, who will replace Joe Buck. Now, Prajapati, a little bit more of a midfielder rather than out-and-out center half. So this may change the shape a little bit for New England.
Prajapati replaces number 8, Joe Buck. The substitution occurring in the 23rd.
This portion of the match is brought to you by Sports Illustrated Tickets. New York looking to turn around this run of form. A 3-0 loss last time out to Crown Legacy. Before that, falling 2-1 to CT United. A game where, again, they were, in many ways, the better side in terms of the numbers, but 2 costly goals, said head coach Dominic Voller. 2 just minute lapses in concentration. Evaporates 3 points. The important part, says head coach Dominic Voller, is allowing players to make mistakes and to learn from them. To not scold players for taking risks, to be brave, but not make the same mistake twice. That 3-0 loss to Crown Legacy was the last time they were here. Before that, a 3-match home stretch at MSU Soccer Park that saw 2 5-0 victories back-to-back for New York over Toronto and Philadelphia, respectively. And then a 2-2 draw against Cincinnati. FC Cincinnati 2 would pick up the extra point in the shootout. Elsewhere, Chicago have a 4-2 lead currently on home soil over FC Cincinnati 2. So that sees Chicago up into 8th place with 33 points currently. New York below the cutoff line in 9th with 32. Just 3 points separate 9th from 5th place in the Eastern Conference, with a few weeks to go until the playoff picture takes its final form. Jean-Baptiste, not his best touch, but he's going to get another opportunity here. Has options to his left, but under-hits the pass. Zambrano wide open at the top of the box and wins it back at the byline. For a moment, excellent challenge by Badinger. Stops it on a dime. How about the speed here from Valencia to break the lines? Options waiting in the center. Pulled all the way back up top for Badinger. 25 yards away. Took a deflection off the first body in front. Fans starting to get a little more vocal now, urging their side onward. They've seen much more of the ball. But as has been the case with New York in recent weeks, still not seeing the fruits of their labor on the scoreboard. Badinger, lovely Cruyff turn. Still alive. Prajapati sends it skyward. Jean-Baptiste second to it. And stamped forward again for Morgan to chase. And Miles Morgan is going to get there. And Miles Morgan is bearing down on goal. And Miles Morgan makes it 2-0 New England. In the blink of an eye, Revolution 2 double their advantage. Just send it long and win the knockdown. Sanchez loses his footing. Morgan has that breakaway speed and picks his spot in the bottom left corner. His 8th tally of the campaign. And New England enjoying the 2-goal cushion. A raucous crowd 30 seconds ago, stunned into silence. A lot of game left to be had. And New York very much in the driver's seat in possession. Donovan Parisian really yet to be tested in net for New England, though. Badinger. Plenty of green grass in front of him. Instead back now for Rodriguez. Benedetti. Valencia may have another go. Deflects off of Benedetti last for the goal kick. This portion of the match is brought to you by Toyota. Referee having to calm things down now. Sequeira taken out after the whistle. Andy Rojas getting a bit of a talking to there. He's got 3 goals in his last 6 appearances. New York now with just 1 goal in their last 300 minutes of play. Zambrano, heavy touch, able to get there. Rodriguez just a half step late from starting the counter. This portion of the match is brought to you by Toyota. Worth getting very congested at the top of the box. Valencia pulling it back in the way is Darlene. That's a great ball through if Morgan can get there. Instead there to cover is Eric Ladagno, and he's pulled a muscle in the process. That's an unfortunate sight to see. He has the pace to get there, and then right as he's stretching out for it, pulls up suddenly. And some real pain as well. Of course, don't want to speculate too much on the cause of the injury or when it may be, but hopefully Eric Ladagno is okay. Just 19 years of age, the Colombian. Comes to New York by way of the Colombian second tier. Second youngest defender in club history to make his debut for Oso Marco. A few weeks shy of his 18th birthday in April of last year. We saw an early change at the back for New England. Irene Prajapati coming in for Joe Buck, and it looks like a similar change will happen now for New York. It is Jason Borey whose number will be raised. 17-year-old making his 7th appearance of the season. And now an excellent center half for both sides has been brought off before halftime.
Red Bull New York 2 substitution. Entering the match in the 35th minute. Number 38, Jason Borey.
Now it is New England's throw, and they will sportingly give it back to New York. That is the right thing to do. Anytime you see a player pull up like that, knowing that the chance was gone. Worth stretches to get there and does. Darlene with the toe poke away. And Rojas with a big shoulder-to-shoulder challenge wins it right back. Red Bull 2 showing some fight now. Again, winning that second ball in the final third has been crucial to their success. But it can often get so congested there. Rodriguez trying to take on as many defenders as he can and wins the free kick. Benny Rodriguez, who signed his professional contract a few weeks ago. This portion of the match is brought to you by Hospital for Special Surgery. We did see New York create a promising chance from a free kick in the early doors of this match. Swung into the box. Azar was there, up for it. Rojas corralling the second ball. Forced all the way back. Here's Worth again. Now a lot more space in the center of the park. New York starting to stretch things a bit, change up their formula. Valencia takes one on, forced to turn. Cadigan, incisive pass. It nearly worked out. Cadigan right back onto it. And races to the byline, but beaten by the ball. And it's better from New York. Finding their rhythm a little bit, still yet to find shooting space though. New England with a set-piece goal and a 1v1 counter. Have the 2-0 lead on the road. Oliveira almost stole it. Zambrano just lifting it forward again. Shizovchek quick to distribute. Tobias Shizovchek's distribution has been a big point of emphasis this year for New York, and we talked a little earlier about players being allowed to make mistakes and try new things. And Coach Dominic Vola pointed out an instance where in a previous match, Tobias Shizovchek tried a 30, 40-yard ball, mishit it, and it led to a half chance for the other side. But instead of getting yelled at or discouraged, he picked his head up and tried again, hit that pass, and it led to a promising counter the very next time out. Now New England trying to get a counter of their own, and Jean-Baptiste not going to get there. Shizovchek was in the way, so too was Bori, the substitute. And New England have been drawn out here, but managed to intercept. Here's Zambrano. New York just can't find that line-breaking ball. Shannon now. Oliveira. Prajapati is slotted to that left side of defense. That space vacated by Joe Buck, substituted in the 24th minute. Looks like Jake Shannon has dropped back to take it. Oliveira tripped up. Not too much in that one, but enough for a free kick. Nothing more, certainly. Final few minutes of the first half. Matthew Jean-Baptiste and Miles Morgan, the two strikers, both on the score sheet for New England so far in this contest. Not a lot of options forward in white. Zambrano will give it a go anyhow. Head to the top of the key, clipped back in, and over the head of Oliveira. Almost too much time to make that pass, as Sequeira does well to cover ground and keep it with Revolution 2. Prajapati shifting centrally now. New England continuing to stay fluid. If Jean-Baptiste can stay on side, the pass never finds him. And now New York can counter. Rojas gets it through the legs of Dalin. Valencia gives it right back to him. Wants the 1-2, it's not on. Worth with the check of the shoulder. Needs an option close. Instead forced back. Worth again. Directing traffic. Pulling the strings of this midfield, but yet to make the marionette move the way he's hoping. That's a great ball. This could open up here, and nearly was 2-1. Benedetti on the curler. had Parisian at full stretch. It looked destined for the back of the net. The Argentine not a million miles away from 18 yards out. It's the first shot New York have had in quite some time. Jean-Baptiste did what he could. Not a lot of help there with him. And again, that suffocating pressure from New York. Just not leading to scoring chances yet. One-on-one ball on the far side. It's a great move to pull it across. Baidinger there. Oliveira in the way. And again, the counter nearly on for Miles Morgan. Shizov takes the throw-in. Not often you see that. Benedetti again. He's had that eye for goal, constantly scanning. Worth now tries to find the return ball, and Parisian will settle, taking as much time as he can. Just about got the kick away in time. This has been the tale of the tape for New York in recent weeks. Able to move the ball well, switch the point of attack, find options, connect passes, but that final piece of the puzzle is what has been missing. They do 9 steps right, and the 10th one is just the pass that is a yard long or short or wide. And then 2 quick counters, or in tonight's case, a set piece and a counter, allows them to be susceptible on the scoreboard. It will be a minimum of 7 minutes added on to the end of this first half, which is plenty of time for New York to cut into this deficit. First corner of the night, headed toward goal and looping over from Aymar Sanchez.
There'll be a minimum of 7 minutes of stoppage time in the first half. 7 minutes.
And you can hear some of the encouragement from the New York bench. They hear that number read out, especially as they've been getting closer to goal. And Benedetti with the chance a few minutes ago. Sean Baidinger had the one-time effort blocked away. New England will welcome that halftime whistle, but they will have to wait a little while for it. Nobody showing short. It's a solo effort to the byline, and it's well defended out for a goal kick by Omar Valencia. He's been everywhere tonight. And he's already looking for that long ball. Benedetti thought about the run. Well trapped. And another one-on-one situation for New York. Lovely footwork from Rojas. Still dancing. Poked away momentarily. Rodriguez now for Borey. He's got time to have it if he wants. Instead for Badinger. Hold it back first time and out for another corner kick. Valencia has trotted over to take it on this near side. In swinging left boot. Driven in, and it's a good header. Just a little too high. But had the pace from the substitute, Jason Borey. Would have been his first of the campaign. Up and in is the call from Parisian as the wind picks up again. And New England just keen to sit back now, inviting this pressure. It's a dangerous gambit. Sanchez. Valencia found a pocket. Well read at the back by Jake Shannon. Was the hero in a rivalry game for New York, rather New England a few months ago against Philadelphia, finding the winner. That is certainly a game that New England have circled on the calendar. After losing 4-0 at the start of July, they play Philadelphia on the 16th at Barron Stadium at 7 o'clock. New York will travel to Columbus next week at 6 o'clock to take on Crew 2 on the 8th. Both of those matches and every match this season available on MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. Zambrano. Jean-Baptiste has dropped in here. He has some space to play this ball. And Morgan is able to get there and may have saw Shizovchek off his line, but it's not a try he will remember fondly. Looked like he was trying to go for the chip, but struck through the ball rather than lifting up underneath it. May have just stumbled a bit in the end. Late trip there, and the referee will have a talking to. Judas Akera wants a yellow card. Take another look at it. Kai Wells doing well to bring the ball out and turn, and it's definitely late. I think that one can go either way. Again, maybe a little higher up the field, and it's more concrete of a yellow card for stopping a promising attack, but I don't know if there's quite enough in that for a booking. Revolution have numbers forward here, but the pass is overhit. It was going to be a 3-on-3. Haven't had a yellow card since the 21st minute to Dennis Nelic. Nate Worth as well on a booking. Joe Buck had a yellow card, but he was brought off for New England in the 24th minute. Oh, this is some run, and it nearly worked out. 3-4 defenders pulled along there. As Morgan will use his wheels, and Shizovchek will beat him to it. An excellent catch by that fan. Fortunately, he can't take it home. Final minute of the 7 added on, set to elapse, and the referee will bring the first half to a close.
At the end of the first half of play, the score, the Red Bull
Matthew Jean-Baptiste and Miles Morgan finding the net for New England on the road, 2-0 over New York after 45 minutes of play. Coming up on our halftime show, a Texas twosome of player profiles, scores, and August schedules with first half highlights when we come back.
Fans, you can follow the half of Julian Zaczewski and Andrea Lenetti this summer at Red Bull Youth Summer Camp, where your player starts is important, where they can go in.
Welcome back. We head to Houston for this week's player profile and get to know midfielder Matthew Arana.
My name is Matthew Arana. I play for Houston Dynamo and I play attacking midfielder.
Born and raised in Rocheron, Texas, Houston Dynamo homegrown midfielder Matthew Arana is proud to represent the Bayou City.
Matthew Arana, goalkeeper at the mercy of the finish.
Arana picks it up, 2 defenders in front of him, and stings the back post.
I feel really great. I was born and raised there. No one would ever thought a kid from Rocheron would be pro at 15 years old. And I feel amazing to be able to represent Houston where I'm from.
Arana joined the Dynamo Academy at 11 from his local club Rise SC and quickly climbed the ranks.
I was playing like a year up already. I was already used to it, but it was like a different level still because there was other kids I never knew that came to this team and they were all really good, so I started off a little bit slow, but I started getting used to it and then I went up the rank.
From Houston, getting the first Dream Academy. At 15 years, 5 months, 24 days of age, the youngest first-team signing in club history. 15!
I felt amazing. I was ready. I was praying, hoping my name would get called and I could step on the field. When I got there, we did the warm-ups and stuff like that. And I was warming up and we had 1 sub left and I was the last one. I was like, hopefully my name gets called. And when I went in, honestly, it's a feeling I can't explain how I felt, but it was amazing. And playing against a player like Son, that was I never thought I would watch him. When I was younger, I never thought we'd play against him. It was really beautiful.
As Arana developed through the academy, his next step with Dynamo Dos continues to push his game forward.
Arana likes what he sees. Oh my goodness!
It helps me a lot, get minutes in. And obviously this team is still high level. There's a high level of the whole league, and it helps me get minutes so I could prepare for when my time comes with the first team.
He has some really unique qualities to his game that are tough to teach and not many players have. His ability to protect the ball, to be deceptive, to dribble out of situations.
I think the level is just high. And every day you gotta be consistent. If you want to get minutes, you gotta work hard. It's tough because I'm like a young player, but I think I'm getting used to the level, and hopefully I could get more minutes in soon.
I love Matthew. He's one of my really close friends. We went to the academy together. We've been with each other to a really young age, and playing on the field with him is amazing. He's a really good player, obviously. You know, all I have to do is pass him the ball, and he'll get us to the other side of the field, dribbling through players.
His performances in his hometown have opened the door for Arana to represent Mexico at the youth level.
2 years ago, like March, they sent my Dynamo an email and told me that they were gonna invite me to a camp, and I didn't believe it. I was like, oh, like, it felt amazing. It means a lot to me representing my roots, where I'm from, and my family, and it's a great experience over there. I got number 10 the first time. I was like, it felt a beautiful experience for me. When I went over there, I was a little nervous. That was my first time going to Mexico, but the coaches and the players were all really nice, and it felt like a family as soon as I got there.
Through it all, he hopes to make his family proud after all they've done to get him here.
A lot of sacrifices, taking me to all the far tournaments before, because I can't drive yet. They take me here every morning early, and yeah, I really appreciate what they do for me.
So my name is Edouard Nice. I'm from Belgium. I'm 21 years old, playing offensive midfielder for North Texas SC. Started playing for my hometown, Royal Sport. There's not a lot of people in my hometown. It's not really like a sport town or anything like that. It's just like a village, like a small village club. I played there for like 5 years. Yeah, that's where I started playing soccer. Coming from semi-pro back home, never won any trophy, never did anything, and then going to Northeast and just, you know, talking with the coach before joining them. He was talking about trophy, winning a national championship, and that's what I wanted. That's why I joined them, and the first year we lost in the semi-final, and we came up close, losing 0 games, losing 1 game, and it was the game in the semi-final. And then the year we came back, we won it all. So first big trophy for the college as well, first national championship, and it meant a lot to me. Yeah.
FC Dallas selects number 306 Edouard Nice from the University of Illinois.
No, it was crazy. I mean, I was sitting with my whole family on the couch in my house, and even my best friend from back home, and I just wanted to hear my name, you know. Thought that was the moment for me, and it happened. So I was really happy. And one of my goals coming to America as well was getting drafted, as well as going Division 1. And just that happening was like surreal. I couldn't believe it in a sense, because, you know, going from hometown club, village, playing 6 years there, then playing semi-professional, you don't expect yourself 3 years later to get called in the MLS Super Draft and signing professional for FC Dallas. For this season, I would say, yeah, I want to be obviously the MVP of the league. That would be a good goal of mine. You know, I mean, everything possible, you know, like winning the Golden Boot, everything. Like, but at the end of the day, I just want to win a trophy with North Texas. I know they won one in 2024, and I want to win one again. You know, I want to give my teammates the best like effort from me on the field, and just like they can look up to me and be like, yeah, this guy is like trying his hardest, and we want to work for him at the same time, and just help the team winning trophies.
Welcome back. 2-0 at the interval between New England and New York. Phil Thoughty with you from MSU Soccer Park as we take a look around MLS Next Pro and what's new as we roll into the month of August. On Saturday, some big drama between New York and Philadelphia. 2 red cards and 8-7 the final in the PK shootout. Tacoma get the win late at night against Vancouver as Crown Legacy moved 3 points clear atop the East with the win over Huntsville. On Friday as well, some excellent games. Ventura putting 6 past the 2024 champions North Texas, LAFC 2. Pick up the clean sheet and all 3 points with a 4-goal performance against Colorado. Elsewhere, it is currently 7-2 between Chicago and FC Cincinnati 2. Fire 2 with with a touchdown on the scoreboard on home soil. As for what's coming up, Crown Legacy will take on Inter Miami 2 to kick off the weekend. And then on Saturday, a full slate starts at 4 p.m. Eastern with LAFC 2 against Timbers 2. That's going to be a great matchup. Goes all the way through the end of the evening with Minnesota and San Jose. All of these matches available for free on MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. As for this match, 2-0 through 45 minutes. It could have been more, especially for the hosts who have been planked thus far, but not for lack of trying. They've seen most of the ball, but it is New England with the advantage on the road. A quick goal from a set piece and a goal on the counterattack. Matthew Jean-Baptiste and Miles Morgan, the latter the top goal scorer for New England this season. Now up to 8 on the year. But again, New York have seen so much of the ball. They are bound to find their way back into this game if they continue to dominate possession the way they have. We will take a look and see what the second half has in store right after this.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
Yeah. Boys hear sentiment. Flow tastes sweet like cinnamon. Open up doors, I'm a gentleman. View top floor, I'm still staying ahead of them. Running on fumes and adrenaline. Do what I do best. Can't rush in like a roulette. You can't name a better duet. Don't ask questions. Trying to figure out what sound. Don't worry about what next. Just wanna know what's next. Man, I say it so loud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now. Oh yes. Man, I say it oh so proud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now.
The unique energy of a Sunday night. Ideal for calm music, whispers, stargazing, reflection, and a relaxed environment. Sunday nights were made for this.
Welcome back. Just about time to get things underway once again. If you're just joining us, Phil Galati with you from NSU Soccer Park. Matthew Jean-Baptiste opened the scoring for New England Revolution 2 in the 19th minute. Miles Morgan followed it up with his 8th tally of the campaign in the 28th minute. Red Bull New York 2 looking to turn around a 3-game losing skid. It will be New York on the right side of your screen in the black with red trim. New England on the left in the white with green trim. So what does head coach Dominic Vollert have in store for his halftime team talk? It's his first season as the head coach of Red Bull New York 2. Upgraded to his A license in Wales a few months ago. Joined the academy back in 2022 and served as an assistant with the first team in 2024 en route to an Eastern Conference title. A Heidelberg, Germany native. Formerly a scout at Hertha BSC. A He's made 2 changes to start this second half. Juan Mina will come in for Benny Rodriguez in midfield, as well as Joshua Munson to replace Aymar Sanchez at the back. Next few names of academy prowess out of the New York system. Some names well known to MLS faithful this season: Matthew Dos Santos, Julian Hall, Andre Mehmeti, Mihir Jimenez as well. Got his first Major League Soccer start last night and a brace. On a day for the 19-year-old Panamanian who had 7 goal contributions so far this season in MLS Next Pro. And now that double change will be made of Mina and Munson. Matthew Jean-Baptiste will leave it behind. Instead, Carlos Zambrano will get things going. The Chicago game has wrapped up. Fire 2 put 7 past Cincinnati. They go into 8th place now. New York 1 point behind in 9th. Remember that cutoff line. Top 8 teams make the postseason.
Red Bull New York 2 halftime substitution. Entering the match, number 21, Mina.
But it is a very congested Eastern Conference table.
Also into the match.
Whipped in early, and it's nearly the dream start. My goodness, what a save. The follow-up is in. Judah Sequeira, inside 30 seconds of the second half, makes it 3-0 Revs 2. An unreal start. Matthew Jean-Baptiste wide open. Tobias Juzevchek somehow makes the save. It's a miscued clearance from the substitute Joshua Munson. And Judah Sequeira, as cool as you like, slotted into the bottom right corner for his 2nd of the season and the 3rd of the evening. New York caught napping. Well, whatever head coach Pablo Moreira said to his squad at halftime, it didn't take long for it to turn into a 3rd.
By number 65, Judah Sequeira. Goal is unassisted. Sequeira, the 46.
Great ball forward for Baidinger. Can New York hit back immediately? Worth open at the back post and appeals for it, crossing the line. Parisian held it. Worth unable to sneak it in. Now Morgan. That has got to be up there for one of the fastest goals New England have scored this year off a restart. Sequeira, whose lone goal came a few weeks ago against Orlando in a dramatic winner on home soil late in the game, was an unused sub for the first team in New England's 4-1 win, over Atlanta United 2 last week in Major League Soccer. We spoke at halftime about the long list of excellence from New York's academy, but New England right there with them. Players like Esmir Bayraktarovic, who represented Bosnia and Herzegovina at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Malcolm Fry, Eric Klein. You can go as far back as Diego Fagundes. That's a great header forward, and Morgan is onto it, and Morgan wants a fourth. Oh my goodness! Unstoppable! What a hit! Morgan has 2, New England have 4. The Revs are rolling. This is Route 1 soccer personified. A long ball from the back, headed on by Jean-Baptiste. Morgan finds his footing and picks out the top right corner. Not 5 minutes played in this second half, and New England doubled their advantage from 2 to 4. And a thumbs up from just about everybody to Donovan Parisian, who hit that 70-yard pass perfectly for Matthew Jean-Baptiste to head along.
New England Revolution 2 goals. Scored the 49th. The second of the game. Scored number 21.
Here's Nelic into the box. Shrugged off by Darlene. And it looked like a golden opportunity for Nelic as well, just too heavy on the touch, but was able to coast into the 18-yard box. This is some performance from New England Revolution 2. And the defending champions have now been outscored in their last 3.5 matches, counting this one, by a margin of 12-1 as tempers flare. And Rojas and Darlene need separating. It will be a yellow card for Gabe Darlene. And he'll have to be careful now not to talk himself into a second. They're both pulling the jerseys, but it does look like Darlene starts it, stopping a promising attack. And just some frustration there from Andy Rojas. May have been a necessary foul for Darlene, and now has to be cautious for the rest of this match. New York need a lifeline. Time on their side, momentum not so much. Could change here, and it's over the bar. Stretching for it at the back post was the substitute, Joshua Munson. And it wasn't far off. New England do well to hold the line. Parisian will go direct again. The wind took this one, though, and Worth will just kick it away. Sequeira, clever dummy, draws a second defender. Wants it back and gets it back. Pass a little bit too telegraphed. And a diving header all the way back. Judah Sequeira, the Easton, Massachusetts native, joined the academy at age 13 back in 2021 and immediately started playing above his age group. Made his pro debut in April of last year. well on his way to proving that pathway to the pros for New England, who have numbers again and Morgan again on a hat trick. Unselfish ball, and it's going to be deflected out for the corner kick. Thought the referee was signaling for offside for a second, instead clarifies with the point to the flag. The corner flag, that is. The referee sees some pushing and shoving, and it's Miles Morgan who's going to get a talking to. Trying to close down the gap in the Golden Boot race, Miles Morgan. Pickering, Ontario native with 9 on the year. A first brace for him in Revolution colors. It's played toward Morgan and headed away. His last brace coming on June the 9th of 2024 for Vancouver against LAFC 2. Rojas called for the foul. Shannon's gone down. Zakara wants some distance. The referee is right there. And the yellow card does come out for Andy Rojas. We saw a couple early yellow cards in the first half before things calmed down a little bit. We see them again in the second now. Rojas, who just drew the yellow card for Gabe Darlene not 3 minutes ago, now the guilty party. Sent all the way long, and while it was a direct free kick, it would have counted if it went in. Maybe a speculative effort from the center back. Does have 4 goal contributions to his name, Gabe Darlene, in 2 seasons with New England, but not a goal. Valencia stayed upright as long as he could. Rojas again, probing, sees the underlapping run. Wells in the way, and out for a corner kick. This portion of the match is brought to you by Sports Illustrated Tickets. Rojas. He'll want that one back. A 4th change now for head coach Dominic Vollert. And it's a forward on for our midfielder. Newen Benedetti brought off. Paul Sokolov, Brooklyn, New York native, will take his spot. Sokolov starting his journey with the Red Bulls Academy at 8 years of age back in 2017. Played from the U10s to the U18s and now MLS Next Pro. Also scored a number of times for the US U16 Youth National setup. Looking to continue the tradition of a long list of names of excellence in the New York Academy. Worth. Rojas. Appeals for handball. Looks like it came off the body first. The handball rule is always a difficult one to understand. It changes practically every year, per the IFAB laws of the game, but if the arm is judged to be in a natural position and it comes off the defender's body first. And usually the whistle stays silent. Good ball for Rojas, pulls it back, and Dahlin has read it. Center back with a nice move, and there's a late shoulder there, and Rojas is on a yellow card, and Rojas is sent off. An unnecessary challenge, and some more tempers flaring. Rojas given his marching orders, and will need to start making his way off the field. This is really clever from Dahlin. A heavy touch, knows he's gonna get there first, and just has to get the ball away, and Rojas doesn't need to make that challenge. On a yellow card, you see the convoy of New England players coming over to support their center back, and the referee doesn't hesitate. From bad to worse for Red Bull New York 2. We mentioned discipline at the start of this game. There have been red cards galore this weekend in MLS Next Pro. And it's just the second time New York have played down to 10 this season. The other yellow card was shown to the goalkeeper, Tobias Shizovchek. Sokolov has a lane and does test Parisian. First shot in some time for Red Bull New York 2. Fairly easy one to corral for the goalkeeper, though. And maybe that is the spark they need. Oftentimes, a red card can energize a side and fire them up. Shizovchek will send it away. Half hour to go from MSU Soccer Park. Philip Galati with you for MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. Miles Morgan with his first brace for New England, along with tallies from Judah Sequeira and Matthew Jean-Baptiste. Make it 4-0 Revs 2. Shizovchek on the left foot, can't find anyone. And now head coach Pablo Moreira will make a double change. Sherrod George set to enter for Matthew Jean-Baptiste, whose incredible form continues with the first of the match. And Josh Makado will come in as well for Mackay Wells. So a change up front and a change a little bit deeper in the park for New England. Sherrod George still in the hunt for his first goal off the bench, now his 12th appearance as a substitute this season.
George replacing number 71, Matthew Jean-Baptiste. Also entering the match for Red 2, number 67, Josh Macedo. Macedo replacing number 77, Mackay Wells.
Worth. As for the shape since the red card, it's largely unchanged at the back for New York. Rojas on paper was the pinpoint striker, but was often drifting out to that left side, which is where Valencia is now. We saw a lot of those darting runs in behind from Valencia in the first half, as he can't quite play that one to a teammate. But with the speed at which New York plays, even down a man, it still feels like 11 v 11. Well defended in the corner for a goal kick. But again, dominating possession is not enough. They have to start creating scoring chances. And Coach Dominic Volod for New York spoke on the start of the season they had. It was an incredible run of 9 or 10 games, he said, where we really expressed ourselves on the ball. And since then, we've missed a lot of players going to represent national teams. We're picking up knocks, but double-digit debuts from their academy, proving they have the talent to compete at this level. And giving that next generation of players the opportunity to compete in professional soccer. It seems like every other week they set a new record for the youngest lineup in the league. No better chance for a player to make a name for themselves than down on home soil with a point to prove. Cadigan, nice find. Worth, second to it. Darlene with a good read and keeping it. Excellent composure from the center back. This portion of the match is brought to you by Toyota. New York starting to step up a little bit. You can see that vacancy on the left side of their press. George trying to stay on side. Makedo wide open on the near side. Zambrano may try and find him. Instead slip through for Sherrod. George is going to fight for it. Keeps it alive for now. New England want more. Not content with a 4-goal lead. With a little bit less than a half hour to play. In the second half, New England have kept more of the ball, especially with Judah Sequeira right on cue, given that positional freedom to roam. Under pressure, not bothered. Finds the right pass. Parisian calling for an option to check too. Every first touch from New England is progressive, out of their feet, continuing to move this ball work this New York press. And now multiple players making the run. George playing it back rather than opening up and turning to. Makedo stopped it for just a moment. A player down for New York. It looks like Nate Worth. was slow to get up. The New Jersey native, the captain for this side. New York do have one more change left if they want it, and it looks like Sekou Kone has lined up already. A Mali native, a product of the Yelen Olympique Academy, which has produced a number of starters for the Mali national team over the years. Kone just 19 years of age, and he will replace Nate Worth in the heart of midfield. That is big shoes to fill as New York look to turn this around.
Number 60, Sekou Kone. Kone replaces number 80, Nate Worth.
"20 minutes to go. Can New York find a way back?" It has been 225 minutes since they last scored a goal. Dennis Nelic in a 2-1 loss to CT United. That's a good ball forward, but Morgan, not quite going to get there. Now New England reverting back to their first half philosophy a little bit of just playing it long as soon as they get it. Wind really picking up now as well. Munson. Valencia, he wants to roam. And he's got some pace to the edge of the area. Sokolov, Cadigan. Now Mina. Wants the 1-2. Here is Juan Mina. Going it alone, going for goal, and Parisian makes the stop. It looked like an awkward one at first. Did he catch that? Take another look. No, it comes off of his legs and out of play. It's a good save. An awkward height to deal with, but Parisian on his way to his 3rd clean sheet of the campaign. Whipped in toward the back post and over everybody. This portion of the match is brought to you by Hospital for Special Surgery. Sequeira. Makedo, he's got fresh legs, and he has George with him if he can stay on side. Sherrod George pulls it back for Makedo! Nearly 5. Excellent combination from the substitutes. Just so much space to explore down that left-hand side with Rojas sent off. Closed down quickly. Makedo thought he had his first of the season. made his pro debut against New York last year, had 1 goal. An MLS Next All-Star selection in 2025. Clipped in and headed down. Sokolov. Definitely not messing about. New England getting a couple subs warm. They do have 2 more changes at their liberty. None left for New York. Now it's just possessed. It's been a quiet night at the office for him. Top goal scorer for New York this season with 6. 4 assists as well, and what has been an excellent campaign for him. Pulled back for Zambrano. Stopped in his tracks, and then a frustration foul as he was tackled cleanly. Zambrano a little more central now as Miles Morgan has gone out wide. Surprised to see him drift into the channel on a hat trick. His first brace for New England. Goals in the 28th and 49th minute. Cato sticking with it. Sequeira, good touch out of his feet. And a second to round Sokolov. Just oozing confidence, Judah Sequeira. Never looks likely to be dispossessed. Much akin to Nate Worth for New York. Sequeira again. Azar. A little bit behind Prajapati. Well spotted by Parisian. Clipped through. New England really flowing now. Zambrano. Oh, it's a lovely find. Morgan couldn't take it down. That was a big chance for him. Artfully, the wealth was shared by Carlos Zambrano. That's a giveaway, and Morgan can get onto it. Unselfish ball for Sherrod George. Zambrano shot deflected and appealing for handball. He can't believe the whistle doesn't sound. And a yellow card for Judah Sequeira. Pulled back the jersey of Juan Mina into a hug almost. And a double change now for head coach Pablo Moreira. Miles Morgan's night will come to a close. Carlos Zambrano replaced as well as Levi Katzel will trot on alongside Daniel Dixon. Katzel, 16 years of age, making his 6th appearance of the campaign. Dixon, the 18-year-old, off the bench for the 4th time on this season. No matter who is on the field, head coach Pablo Moreira says the word he wants is aggression. We are aggressive in every phase. And that's what I love about this team. I've been coaching for 13 years, but this is my first as a head coach, and there's so much you can overthink. with positional profiles. Who do you have? What plans to put in motion? And can all get caught up. But being able to dominate games with aggression is how we get results. Headed on, and New York have one back. A goal from the set piece to cut into the deficit. And it's the substitute, Jason Borey. The first of the campaign for the center back. It's poor marking in the box from New England. It's an excellently placed header. This game is not over. Ten minutes to go. That has brought the crowd to life. Here comes Nelic now. To the far side. One more pass into the box. Just behind the run of Mina. Valencia gets his assist for all the hard work he's put in today. Beautifully placed ball in the box. Now Valencia again on the ground. 10 minutes to go plus stoppage time. This would be some comeback. New England rattled a bit. Much more apprehensive now in their shape. Borey, the unlikely goal scorer, to the far side. Whipped in over the head of the first run by Kone, but it is a corner kick. How about the younger fans on the far side bringing the noise? Right in the danger zone. Parisian called for it and got a good punch. Valencia. Nelic. Trivela cross. Popped straight up. Headed down. Awkward one to deal with. Cleared away, and the whistle does sound for a foul. Mercado. Late slide there, and it's a long whistle from the referee. Oh, he's gone to the back pocket. It's a red card. Levi Katzel is sent off moments after coming on.
Was number 74, Levi Katzel. Katzel replaced number 11, Carlos Zambrano.
And he's late, and it's a stud into the back of the leg. The referee is right there. Serious foul play on the part of the man who's been on the pitch 5 minutes. And it's 10 versus 10.
Number 74, Levi Katzel.
And now the tide's turning for New York, maybe. This should prove to be an interesting final few minutes. New England nursing the 3-goal lead. Again, we spoke on discipline at the start of this game, not only as a rivalry game, but the red cards we've seen all weekend long in MLS Next Pro. Andy Rojas dismissed shortly before the hour mark for his second yellow, but it is a straight red card in the 82nd minute to Levi Katzel. And now for the second time this season, New England will play down to 10. Philip Galani with you for MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. What should be a fun finish to this match. Sokolov, second to it. Now, how will this change the shape for New England? They've exhausted their 5 substitutes as well. Coach Pablo Moreira calling for calm on the sideline. Talin. It's spinning away. But it does stay inbound for Makedo. Does well to fight for it. There was a jersey pull in there, not enough for the referee. Now Cadigan. Makedo going to drop back as part of that 5 now for New England. It's been 4 for most of this year. Switching things up today, and it's worked well thus far. They have to get over the line. A cacophony of noise now to throw off the New England back line. Parisian barking out orders, trying to knife through the noise. Sokolov weaving through the defense. Appeals for handball. Referee was right there. Looked like the arm was by the side. Well intercepted by Sequeira, but he's gone down. Play goes on. Nelic trying to feed it through. Sequeira going to try and keep playing. New England are out of substitutes. He doesn't look like he can continue. Revolution 2 may go down to 9 here through no fault of their own. '87th minute. There will likely be substantial time added on given the 2 red cards. We saw 7 minutes of stoppage in the first half. As that sliding challenge there, you can see Sequeira stays on the ground. Referee tried to let play go on as New York had a promising chance. Surprised Dennis Nelic didn't have a shot there. The players for Red Bull encouraged to make those passes in and around the top of the 18-yard box, but at this point in the game, you have to try and test the goalkeeper. Down by 3 with time winding away. So temporarily 9 for New England against 10 for New York. Valencia. Mina. Mina's curler is sailing over. And the only way New England can make a substitute after they've used all 5 is per concussion protocol. Teams are allowed up to 2 concussion substitutes per game in addition to the 5, but I don't think that one will be judged to be part of that protocol. Nelic, maybe an opportunity here on the break. Big sliding challenge from behind, and the ball won by Dalin. What an important tackle that is. He's slow to rise now. Azar. Upended. No whistle. Sokolov. Acres of space. To the far side. It's not quite 4-2. Juan Mina can't find the finish. The goal was begging to be scored. It's a great ball by Sokolov. A good touch out of his feet. Opens up with the right foot. Maybe the left curls that inside, but the spin takes it away. And oh my goodness, Gabe Darlene will come off now as he stayed down. Judah Sequeira is back on the field, trying to walk it off the best he can. So New England don't go down to 8 yet. This is chaos. All-out effort required to win a rivalry duel, and New England ready to put everything on the line. This will likely tack on another minute or two to the end of this game. Waiting for the word on stoppage time. Again, after 2 red cards and a considerable addition to the first half, we will likely see a larger number. So Darlene comes off. Sequeira is back on. New England still have 9. And it will be 6 minutes added on, which is fewer than the first half, despite 2 red cards in the second. Can New England hang on? New York are seeing an awful lot of the ball in promising spaces. Nelic, all the momentum with the host. Nelic has a lane if he wants it. Tried to take too many touches. George bundling over Munson. Valencia had the assist from the set piece. Back for Kone. Mina. Spinning away from Dixon. Valencia. Borey all the way up from the back. Cadigan. Nelic. Back for Cadigan. It's Borey again. And it needed the shot. Another case of New York just maybe one pass too many. Trying to get as close to goal as possible before finally deciding to shoot. But New England able to stop the gaps. Darlene back on, so it's 10 versus 10 again. Valencia intercepting. Cadigan again. Trying to stand it up. Decent ball, and it is a corner kick. If they can score here, they might have a chance. Mina. Intercepted by Dixon. And Shizovchek all the way out to midfield. Try and keep this thing alive. Everybody in the box. The cross comes in. It's a good one! And Borey can't connect. The center back inches away from his first professional brace. Just stuck his right leg at it awkwardly and couldn't redirect it across the face of goal. Next up for New York is a road trip to Columbus on Saturday at 6 o'clock. New England will travel not too far from home to take on C2 United on Sunday at 4 Eastern. All of those matches and every match this season available on MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. New England finally with some room to breathe now. What has been a chaotic conclusion to this match. Still, the final word yet to be written. Makedo nearly had his pocket picked. Has to be more careful. All the way long, and George almost getting the better of Munson. 90 seconds left. Everybody back for New England. Everybody up for New York. Valencia, Sokolov, nice move. Tackle came in, but the ball was won, says the referee. And then a push from Nelic will give New England breathing room. Nelic wants it back from Valencia. Now Cadigan clipping it in again, and Dahlin in the way. Maybe the last phase of play for New York. The referee will let it go. Cadigan, toe poke away, and there it is. New England Revolution 2, victorious in the rivalry rubber match. 5 goals on the evening, 2 red cards. And head coach Pablo Moreira and company get the job done on the road.
Fans, you can join us again here with more exciting action from MLS Next Pro when your Red Bull New York 2 will be back here at Montclair.
New England putting the pressure
on Sunday, August 23rd.
On Columbus in 3rd place at the top of the Eastern Conference. Goals from Matthew Jean-Baptiste, Judas Akera, but it is a brace from tonight's man of the match, presented by Adidas, for Miles Morgan. His first as a New Englander. An opportunistic goal in the first half. Scamper onto the loose ball and make it 2-0 in the 28th minute, and then made it 4-0 in the 49th with a wondrous strike. We'll take one more look at it. Route 1 pass from the goalkeeper, Donovan Parisian, to Matthew Jean-Baptiste. A touch off his chest, a couple out of his feet, and a curler into the far side netting. That was simply unstoppable. That does it. New England and New York always bring fireworks, and what a game it was. Once again, 4-1 the final score for Revs 2 over Red Bulls 2. For our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew, I'm Phil Galati. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. Good night.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.